My son's in prison for something horrific he did at school, but still insists he did the right thing. The fluorescent lights in the visitation room buzz like dying insects, casting everything in a sickly yellow that makes my skin look jaundiced. I've been staring at my reflection in the bulletproof glass for 7 minutes now, watching my lips move silently as I practice words I'll never be able to say. How could you do this? Where did I go wrong? Are you even my son anymore? The metal chair beneath me is cold enough to bite through my jeans, but I barely notice. Everything feels distant now, like I'm watching my life through frosted glass. 2 weeks since Marcus walked into Lincoln High with his father's hunting rifle. 2 weeks since 3 children died. 2 weeks since my world cracked down the middle and left me standing in the wreckage. The door on the other side clicks open with a sound like breaking bones. Marcus shuffles in, and I almost don't recognize him. Prison has hollowed him out, his cheekbones sharp as knife edges, his eyes sunken into dark pools. The orange jumpsuit hangs on his frame like a scarecrow's clothes. But it's the way he moves that unsettles me most. Careful, deliberate, like he's listening to something I can't hear. He sits without looking at me, his fingers drumming a strange rhythm on the metal table. The guard behind him, tall, crew-cut, with eyes like winter mornings, watches Marcus with an intensity that makes my skin crawl. We both reach for our phones. Marcus. My voice cracks on his name. Mom. He still won't meet my eyes. You look tired. I haven't been sleeping. The understatement of the century. How are they treating you? His laugh is bitter, wrong. Like I'm dangerous. Imagine that. Silence stretches between us like a taut wire. Outside, thunder rumbles in the distance, the first storm of autumn approaching. I keep trying to understand, I whisper, my breath fogging the glass. Those children you... I can't finish. The words taste like ash. Finally, he looks up. His eyes. God, his eyes. They're still brown, still my little boy's eyes, but there's something else swimming behind them. Something ancient and hungry. They weren't children, Mom. Marcus, don't... Listen to me. He presses his palm against the glass, and I notice his fingernails are bitten down to bloody nubs. For once in your life, just listen. They weren't human. The guard behind him shifts, hand moving toward his radio. Son, you're sick. You need help. Look in the glove compartment. His voice drops to an urgent whisper. After you leave here, before you go home, look in the Honda's glove compartment. There's something I hid. The guard steps forward. Time's up, Morrison. Mom, promise me. Marcus's eyes are wild now, desperate. Whatever you find, don't take it home. Not right away. They might be watching. Who might be watching? But he's already being pulled away, his mouth moving soundlessly behind the glass as the guard drags him through the door. I think I see him mouth the words, "Trust no one," before he disappears. I sit in the silence for a long time, listening to the fluorescent lights buzz their insect song. The parking lot is nearly empty when I finally emerge, my legs unsteady. The storm has moved closer. I can smell rain in the air, metallic and sharp. I fumble with my keys, hands shaking from more than just the cold. The Honda looks smaller than usual, somehow vulnerable in the vast expanse of asphalt. I slide into the driver's seat and sit there for a moment, listening to my heartbeat echo in my ears. The glove compartment opens with a soft click. Inside, wedged behind the owner's manual and a packet of napkins, is a small black USB drive. No bigger than my thumb, but it feels heavy as lead in my palm. I walk out of the facility, dazed. Was my son paranoid? Hallucinating? I storm out of the facility and get in my car. The long drive back to the city is a blur. My mind spins. How didn't I see this? How could I not have known what he could do? As a single mom, always tired from work. He just seemed like a quiet, geeky teen. What snaps me back to reality is noticing a car that has been behind me since I left the prison. A black vehicle, driven by a clean-shaven, military-looking man in dark glasses, follows me. He looks eerily familiar to the guard from the visitation room. I take several random turns and he stays on my tail. I pull into my neighborhood store. He parks at a distance, still in view. I rush in, grab what I need and get in line, still trying to make sense of what the hell is happening. Why is he following me? They already have Marcus. As I wait in line, I hear someone call my name from behind, and I jump in fright. It's not the man from the car, but I almost wish it were. It's a pale woman with a blank expression. Rachel, the mother of one of the 3 kids Marcus killed at the school shooting. I freeze. "Hi, Sarah," she says. It takes me a second. "Hi, Rachel. How are you?" "Not very good," she replies. Not bitterly, just honestly. I flinch. "Hey, I just want to say I'm really sorry for your loss," I begin. "What my son did was unforgivable and—" "Sarah, please," she cuts in. "This isn't your fault. We both lost our sons that day." She takes my hand in hers. "From one mother to another," she tells me, leaning in. "We need to help each other." Then she hugs me, so tightly I nearly collapse into tears. No one had shown me that kind of compassion until now. I leave the store with new strength, ready to go straight to that car and confront the man who had been following me. But he's gone. Thank God. Back home, I go straight to my laptop. It's already dark. I know exactly why Marcus would have hidden the USB drive in the car. His room, computers, phone, and even video games were all seized and searched the day after the events. Even my own laptop was taken. I had to get a new one from work. What I don't know is what he needed to hide. My hands shake as I plug it in and open a folder full of images. They're photos of the 3 kids who died, mostly candid shots, capturing them in normal moments at school. The same 3 always appeared, 2 boys and 1 girl. The pictures, likely taken on Marcus's phone, showed them eating lunch, walking home, studying at the library. Just ordinary stuff. Was Marcus stalking them? They didn't look like bullies. Then the photos start to get weird. One of the boys, kissing a girl, someone else, not from the 3, behind the football field, holding hands, private. Then, suddenly, one set in a bleak concrete space. The 3 kids, soaked in blood, standing over what looked like the girl from before, dead. Her body ripped to pieces on the floor. There was something strange in their eyes. In the photos, they were solid white. I had to adjust in my chair, rattled. Then more. The trio luring people. A janitor, an old woman, another child. The last pictures in the folder showed them emerging from an alley, shirts stained red, those blank, glowing eyes again. The photos were clearly taken in hiding. I nearly threw up. Was this what Marcus meant? What were these kids and what were they doing? That's when I heard the noise of my front door opening. "Is someone there?" I called out from my room. Only Marcus and I lived here. I had no idea who it could be. I get no answer, and the thought that it might be the man in the black car sent a chill down my spine. I walked slowly down the hallway. "I just called the police, so whoever you are, leave now," I shouted, bluffing. My phone was in the kitchen. When I reached the hallway, I saw a figure standing still at the front door. It was Rachel, the mother of one of Marcus's victims, one of the kids in the photos. "Rachel?" I asked, confused. "Do you need something?" Her face was blank, robotic, emotionless. She took a few steps toward me. "I don't know what Marcus told you or what he left behind as evidence," she said, voice flat. "But I can't let you keep it." Then her eyes turned white, just like the 3 kids in the picture. And my body, desperate to run, couldn't move. It just stood there, Every muscle in me locked tight in the same position it was when her eyes changed. Even my eyelids stopped working. I couldn't blink. I felt like a statue, except for my heartbeat, which had gone completely wild. Rachel walked slowly, savoring my frozen panic. "Don't even try, Sarah," she said with a grin, now just 5 feet away. "Humans are such pathetic creatures." She raised her hands, and her fingers began to shift, turning into blades, thick and gleaming like solid steel. That's when I heard the gunshots, multiple and quick. If I could, I would have closed my eyes shut, but I saw Rachel collapse in front of me, riddled with bullets. The man from the black car, the same guard who had stood with Marcus, was behind her, holding a gun, his eyes locked on her body. He must have fired 6 rounds because Rachel was lying in a pool of blood. He stepped closer, still aiming at her head. "Don't do this, please." "I'll stay still," she begged, but he pulled the trigger one last time. That's when my body unfroze, and I collapsed to the floor, gasping for air, sobbing uncontrollably. The man knelt beside me and placed a hand on my shoulder, gently. "Miss Sarah," he said carefully, "I know this is a lot to process, but you're not safe here. What your son uncovered, it's not from this world."